Thank you for Patreon now for donating to the Patreon.
Hey guys, it's Vanity Ezel back with another Card Fight Vanguard Ezel on the Vanity weekly review. So if you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and donate to the Patreon. Let's get started, shall we? So today we have a bunch of reveals. Presumably, of course, once more I'm recording this early. We already have a good chunk of reveals, and based off of an earlier Discord message I saw, we are probably going to get 2 more ride lines this video, so yeah, I'm mentally preparing myself for tomorrow, especially because we have a strategy meeting today for Busher Road, and I cannot wait to see that. So yeah, let's go ahead and start this, shall we? First up with today, we have a grade 2 intercept 5k shield, 9k base for Dark States, Steam Reaper Nannia. Great auto when it intercepts. If your soul has 5 or more cards, it gets plus 10k shield for the battle. Okay, I'm going to say it once, and I'm going to say it probably multiple times later in the future. Stop wasting Gear Chronicle cards. Bill Sheet, like, I'm not the only one that thinks about this. I can think of at least one other YouTuber that thinks this too. Why are they wasting the good cards? Like, okay, I don't mind them giving us a lot of support, but they better start, like, giving us some ride lines for it. Like, for example, we got a Neo-Nectar ride line to something. Actually, no, we did just genuinely get a Neo-Nectar ride line in Aurora, and I'm really glad for that because I've been waiting for a Neo-Nectar ride line. Now, where the hell is my Gear Chronicle ride line? Don't make it Chrono Jet, I will strangle someone. I just want a Gear Chronicle ride line. I don't care what it is, as long as it's not Chrono Jet or Chrono Fang. Just something of the two. Hell, give me Gear Class. Give me a Gear Class ride line, and I'll be satisfied. But Nannia is a fine card for support, I guess. But I don't think any deck would actually need to use this because the 10k show, while helpful and just being a better Brody, is not really useful in any of the decks. Then we have Heavy Armored Panzer, grade 2 intercept 5k show, 10k base, continues rear guard. If there is a set order in your order zone, it gets a boost. Don't run this. There's literally an order, if I remember correctly, that says all your grade 2s get boost. There's no need to run this. If for some reason you cannot get that order, run this then. But even then, that order, the only reason not to run it is just because it costs a counterblast to use, but it gives all your units boost. Step 1. If you run this, you run it because you can't get the order, but not really. And then we have Sharp Dragon Erorafias, grade 1 boost 5k shield and 8k base, auto rear when attacks are boost, soul blast 1, and for each of your other grade 1 or lower rear guards it gets plus 5 for the battle. That is really good. We just got like the weaponized version of whatever Luard could find. What was that one card in Luard that I was able to do that with? I know there was a card in Luard back in G where I just stacked a fuck ton of power on it by some means, and it was like PG to block it, and they couldn't block it, so they just died to a big ass grade 1. It was both triggers and actual effects. Fuck, what was that card now? I want to know. But like, Everos, either way, in Basvagras, abuse the shit out of this. Run this. Run it at 4 in Basvagras. They have the soul. My Basvagras deck has the soul for this. If you don't have a Basvagras deck that has the soul, copy mine and then put this in at 4 because this thing can break that deck very quickly. Because swinging for, at the very least, assuming that you have a full board of grade 1s, or lower, remember that, it could be or lower, is a plus 20 to this thing. So it's a 28k swing. Run it at 4 and none less at Basvagras. Then we have Steeping Kelix Selvia, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Auto placed on rear guard circle. If you have Vanguard that's grade 3 guard, you may call it to 1 plant token on rear guard. Cool, it is a call up to, which means you don't have to call. It is, granted it restricts you to grade 3 or greater, but it's also for free, and the only downside is it has to be placed on rear guard, but it can be placed from anywhere. Literally, Selvia is amazing. There's no reason not to run her in a Aurora deck, or just any deck in general that maybe wants the extra call for free, for no apparent reason. I don't want to hear nothing about it, especially in Aurora. Then we have Mucous, Fiber, Phantom, Actuasticky. Now, okay, I know we just got a Neo-Nectar ride line, so I'm not going to be too picky, but for the love of God, give us a Mega Colony ride line. We got a new season coming up. Give us a Mega Colony ride line. Story-wise, it'll make sense. You know, Masanori, weird, murderous motherfucker, to use Zizorga as respect for his superior, who also uses a Stoic K deck that happens to be Mega Colony. Bring back Suzuki Wakamizu. Do it. Bet you won't. Anyways, grade 8, 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Active rear guard once per turn. Counterblast 2, retire 2 other rear guards, draw a card to this unit, gets plus 5 for the turn. This could be useful in the Roroa build, because they don't use that much of Counterblast, which I also question why someone said Roroa needs glitter to be useful when none of their abilities remotely require glitter. Like, Redalina needs Roroa to be useful, not the other way around. And Redalina only makes them swing for bigger numbers, but if you know what you're doing, Roroa could actually swing for bigger numbers without Redalina, but whatever. Either way, Actuasticky, not my card that I would consider running. If you want to run it, cool, run it at 3, but I don't think it's worth it. I do like its background kind of ish, though. Then we have Energy Refill Angel, grade 1 boost 5k shield 8k base, auto when it's placed on rear guard circle, soul boss 1. If you do, it gets +2 for each of your other units for the turn. For the record, one of the starters I saw from the Discord message was the Keter Sanctuary one. I want an Angel Rideline and Keter Sanctuary. I specify Keter Sanctuary because I know there's one in Lyrical Monasterio, but that's not good enough for me. I want one in Keter Sanctuary. Even though I know what it's going to be. Actually, no, wait, yes I do. Unless they make the main grade 3 an Angel for some reason, which wouldn't make sense. It's going to be a grade. It's going to be a non-Angel. But it looks like it's going to be a gold deck. I will take golds. I will gladly take golds over Angels. I just keep getting sick of seeing support like Gear Chronicle and Angel Feather and Meg Colony cards without ride lines for them. But either way, this card is fine, but I don't think it's particularly amazing. 2 if you choose to run it. Or so maybe it might be useful, might be useful in the Keter Sanctuary ride line. Who knows? And then we have Pradoparan Rafiros, grade 2 intercept 5k shield 9k base. All items placed on rear guard circle, counter boss 1, call to 2 plant tokens. Okay, more ways for Aurora to work. That's nice. And as a double rare, my big thing here is, I know Stoic has other double rares this. We know that we just got the 2 double rares back to back. But I was really hoping, instead of on placed, like I love the skill, but I wish it was on swing, so Aurora could hit for more attacks. Then again, I also remember there are other Stoic Chaos decks that could abuse the shit out of that, probably more than Aurora can. But I really wish that would have just been a name-restrictive card to where you could only use it with Aurora, but it allows you to call 2 plant tokens during your battle phase. That would be so much better. And then again, there were probably cards I can call during battle phase anyways, currently, and if there are not that I can call during battle phase in Stoicheia, there are definitely ones in Premium that could abuse the shit out of this, like everything from Grand Blue, and then there's also the probably later sets too. They can't go a bunch of sets without revealing something that will allow this thing to be spammed in the battle phase. Either way, 4 of, because eventually they're going to make it abusable because it's not restricted to ride line. And then we have Nostalgia Knight Marco. Here's the thing, I was going to be upset about the Neo Nectar ride line because I really wanted Musketeers. And I kind of am upset because they're not fully Musketeers, but at the same time, Aurora has a bow. And I like bows just as much as I like swords, so I don't care. But I do like that we got another Musketeer support card, though. Grade 1 boost 5k shield 8k base, or Musketeer Isk. Auto is placed on rear guard circle. Choose one of your grade 1 or lower units that gets +5 for the turn. If you're wondering why I specify as grade 1 or lower units, tokens are grade 0s. It is meant to be used with Roa. Now my Roa deck is a lot more powerful, and now I can prove to someone that you do not need Redolina to use Roa properly. I don't know why someone cared to prove the point that Redolina is the only good thing about Roa, when clearly Roa could do it on its own, and they were only criticizing what we had at the moment, and clearly this can make it a lot better without Redolina. Honestly, you could build a whole Roa deck and pay barely any cost from the counter boss and do whatever the fuck you want with it. So, Marco is an amazing card. I like it, and I will probably shove it in at 3. I would give it 4, but I don't think I'm going to have space once I shove this in at 4. The next card we have is Clumsy Assistant, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Auto rear guard circle when it boosts if your soul has 5 or more cards, counter plus 1, and this unit gets +10 for the battle. You know what? I was about to say, rating this skill doesn't make me think like it's a Clumsy Assistant, but no, it genuinely feels clumsy. Like, 5 or more soul, like, okay, that's a fine cost. Counter boss 1, not the cost I want, but okay. And then 10k to itself, like, okay, yeah, the 10k will carry over to the unit that it's boosting, but just, it's funny, because in most of the decks, the unit that's boosting, or like the power will go away, unless you're playing Bruce, and in that case you want the power to go to the boosted unit because it's going to restand. It's probably, who knows, depending on if you boost it with Clumsy Assistant or not for the first attack. Point is, like, I don't know why, this thing actually fits the name of Clumsy Assistant, I just really like it, so, I would run it, any of the decks. I might, nope, not even going to do it in Barrow Magnus, I might do it in Barrow Magnus, who knows, if I do it, it's going to be in Barrow Magnus. Greedon doesn't need this, freaking, I think Greedon would die if they had this, and, Bruce, Bruce does fine both without the grade 4 and this. That's my opinion on it. Take it as you will. 3 of Clumsy Assistant. And now time for the big rapid news we've all been waiting for. First up, we have a grade 3 from Shaman King. Most likely going to be from set 2 or a trial deck. So, oh yeah, because Shaman King does get a second set. So it's Yo Shukura again, but I think this is a different version. Grade 3 25% rate, 13k base. Continues, this card can only ride a grade 3 unit with a Shukura Yo in its card name. Okay, so it's like an evolution that isn't a grade 4. Auto, when it's placed on Vanguard Circle, this unit gets plus 10k and a crit for the turn. And Oversoul, act Vanguard Circle once per turn. Put a rear guard with Tamayura in its card name to your soul. All your front armies get plus 10 for the turn. And when this unit would attack this turn, this unit battles all the units in the same column. So it's a column killer. The turn it's placed, it becomes a 23 double critical. Combine it with the possibility of a Persona Ride, then it's a 33 double critical. And if you combine it with Oversoul, 43 double critical. All around, this card seems very interesting. Cannot wait to see if this thing is actually playable in a Erorafias deck. It probably is. I don't know. I'm not really that into Shaman King, so I'll give it a 3 of in a Erorafias deck just because like I don't think you want to see this too often, but because it doesn't have rear card skills, but at the same time, it can be a very dangerous finisher. Then for our new ride line, instead of getting the ride line I thought we were going to get, we get the Dragon Empire one, which is not that bad. 9-tailed Fox Spear Tamayura, grade 0 boost 5k show, 6k base, auto road upon if you want second draw a card. Okay, I like how they're going for the 9-tailed fox theme. In Calm Sunlight, Tamayura, grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Auto is placed on by riding from 9-tailed fox spear Tamayura. Look at the top 7, choose to one card with Ririmi or Ririmi in its card name, or a fox art card from among them. Reveal, put it to your hand and shuffle your deck, and glitter, it's in glitter if it seeks the fire regalias. Okay, once more, what is a fire regalia? I feel like I saw what a fire regalia is, but just in case I don't have one, so I'm not putting cards that don't have fire regalias if we don't have fire regalias. But really interesting that I can search up for the 2 specific cards that I think are fire regalias, or I can search for a fox art card, which, I don't know, is there like an actual card that has fox art in its card name, or a card that looks like if it's a fox, because if it is, then literally this entire ride line, or their specific blitz order. Either way, this thing's nice. Unfortunately, no main deck skills, so one of in the ride deck. Then we have Festival of Burning Tamayura, grade 2 intercept 5k shield, 9k base. Auto when it's placed on Vanguard by writing from in this Calm Sunlight Tamayura, choose up to one card with Ririmi or Ririmi in its card name from your drop, put it to hand. I like the background, don't like her specifically, but it's interesting that this one allows you to get a copy of the 2, and then this one allows you to get one from Drop Zone, so where you can just use this, get your ride deck fodder for next turn, and then discard one of them, ride this skill when it's rolled upon, or when you ride it, get that ride deck fodder right back. So Tamayura is really interesting. Allows you to bounce back your hand, and still has the glitter with the fire regalias. Once more, not used outside of the ride deck, so one of in the ride deck. Then we have Ririmi and Ramimi. So grade 2 intercept 5k shield, 10k base on twin Direful dolls Ririmi. Auto was placed on rearguard circle if you have a rearguard with Ririmi in its card name. Soul applies 2, choose an opponent's rearguard, shove it to soul. And glitter Tamayura, active if your Vanguard has Tamayura in its card name. Active if your Vanguard has a glitter with Tamayura in its card name, okay? And autos were retired from guard circle, you may put it to soul. I know their Blitz order requires 2 Soul Blasts, but I don't think it's needed that it goes to Soul, but cool. Actually, no, this one actually does make sense for going to Soul because it costs you 2 Soul Blasts to use. Either way, really nice. It can force out an opponent's rearguard off the board. It can just shove itself to Soul if your Vanguard is a Ririmi. I mean, is a Tamayura, so not super amazing, but still super good. So I'll give it like a 4. Definitely not double rare status, but still good. Especially because all of them needs the Ririmi and Ririmi, I assume. And then we have twin Direful dolls Ririmi, or Ririmi, grade 2 intercept 5k shield, 10k base. Auto was placed on rearguard circle if you have a rearguard with Ririmi in its card name, Soul Blast 2, draw a card. Okay, that's an okay skill. And then same as the other one, it's a glitter with Tamayura, and auto when it's retired from guard circle, put it to soul. I don't think that's particularly good, just not play Soul Blast, and that's what their triple rare is. But sure. I will give this thing the benefit of the doubt and say it goes at 4 because it's kind of neat in the deck at 4, I presume. But, not what I would call triple rares. Then we have Deepening Knight, Tamayura. Okay, so 30k base, grade 3 to Persona Raid, pure bias towards it. I see the moon, but not only that, beautiful art with like the 9 tails, the way she's standing, the green little aura coming from her hand, the small storm it's forming. There's the umbrella. Oh my god, this thing's perfect for me. Anyways, auto Vanguard Circle at the beginning of your ride phase, you get all your front units get plus 5 for the turn, and auto incentive turn. Okay, so Okay, and then on a van, when it swings, counterblast 1, you perform one of the following. Either choose a card from solo call to rear guard. That's why they go to solo. Okay, so that's a lot more useful. And choose a card with Ririmi or its card name from your solo, and a card with Ririmi its card name from your solo call in the rear guard circle. So that's really good. This either lets you call one card out of solo for multi-attack, or call both of the playmakers, so you get 5 attacks in total. And the best part about this is you get the ability of the 5k, which means you could persona ride. And this was on van before, during the ride phase, and your whole front row will get plus 15 for the turn. That is amazing. This thing gets so much power. I love this thing skill, and I cannot wait to pick this up. Like just like Aurora, this thing seems to connect with me really well. I like all these new ride lines. I really hope this is something I can get, because I like that ability a lot. Then we have Fleeting Shine that lights life, grade 2, Blitz Order, play it by Soul Blasting 2. If you have a Vanguard Tamayura in its card name, choose one of your Vanguards and it gets continuous Vanguard. All your opponent's front units lose 10k for the turn. Okay, needless to say, you can understand why I thought, because I didn't read the second skill, you can understand why I thought these two are meant for that, because, yeah, minusing 10k to their entire front row for the turn shuts down a lot of things. I think if something's going to hit the ban list soon, it's going to be this. Like, we did just get a ban list, but we didn't get one for D. If something's going to hit the ban list, it's going to be this. Straight up. Even though it's name restricted to Tamayura, so they might make Tamayura really bad because of this. I don't know, but it's a good order. 3 of 4. This might be the one time I run an order at 4. And then we come on to V-Clan collection news. Yep. So, first up, we have Ultimate Dimensional Robo Great Dayusha, or Dayusha Reverse, whatever it's called. That's guaranteed now. This is a duo card, I know that for sure. And then this, we didn't know we were going to get the not the Purge, what was it called? The Rebirth. I think we all said jokingly we wanted the Rebirth, but then we wanted something else. No. No, Bushiroad, listen, the guy who's the Rebirth. On bright side is I really like that stance that he's doing, and this little orange line. That looks cool, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. And then Sex 6. So we got Drag Ruler Phantom. That was my guess. We got Glendios. That was everyone's guess and hope. And we've got Spino Driver Reverse. I don't think anyone wanted this one, but I want it because I really liked Spinal Driver back in the old days. I hate it now, but I really liked it. So I really hope this one doesn't focus on a quick gauge, especially because I like this art. And Glendios looks fine too. Drag Ruler is a met to me. I do like the Black Sun though. So yeah. That's all the reviews for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed. All around there are some pretty good reviews, so tell me, what are you most excited for? What are your hope for V-Clan collections? Because I do have speculations of all of them are based off of Bushiroad's history. Not to mention that, all these new cards and Tamayura. How do you feel about Tamayura? Do you think these two are fire regalas? I'm not so sure anymore. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, don't to Patreon, join the Discord, follow Twitch, and I'll see you next one. Don't forget to stand up, your Vanguards.